Thank you, Tekents, for inviting me. It's been a privilege being in Lucknow, and definitely, I think you have rightly said, "मुस्कुराइए अगर लखनऊ में है." I actually started feeling that particular, thing. I felt a little bit one level stressed down. Already होना चालू हो चुका है. So thanks to Lucknow, the environment and the ecosystem is really great and interesting. Perfect. Yes. So लंच के बाद आई थिंक इवेंट क्योंकि टेक presentation है, so I'll try to keep it very light. I've intentionally kept a lot of videos because robots without videos it means nothing because it will go above your head. So what I've done is I have included a lot of videos. I will be giving a lot of references. I will not be giving you a tech gyan right now, but an understanding of what we are doing, how we are kind of leveraging the USP of India. I would rather say that we are good in tech when it comes to service industry. We are good in experiments. Not inside universities but outside universities, which is your entrepreneurship journey. So how exactly we can pick up all those key parameters which we have already excelled, and how we can reimagine the entire education industry, because this is how we can leverage AI to get to the next level. Because AI is now experimentation, because everybody across globe is just experimenting. So now AI is basically experimenting, fast failure, and get to the next step. This is what, in my opinion, or in my understanding, how we can leverage or get to the next level for the AI journey. So we talking about a company a little bit. So my name is Satish, as I was already introduced. So I joined Orangewood Labs in 2021. So we are a YC-backed company headquartered in US, but the entire India related operations and engineering happens in Noida itself. And in this particular slide, you can see this is how what we are actually trying to do. We are developing our own. We are trying to develop our own robots because Indian ecosystem is a little bit challenging right now, where precision level actuators cannot be made very easily. So we need a strong ecosystem support. So that's where we have kind of slowed down the hardware journey, but at the same time we are trying to learn or understand how industry grade robotics are being done. So industrial deployments, I'll show you videos, but basically half of my team is getting involved in industrial deployments. In any of the industry, if there is a pick and place application, machine tending, welding, grinding, surface coating applications, so these are the applications in the industry. This is what we are doing or deploying in the industry. Hard way of learning what exactly takes in to actually learn what exactly is happening in the industry, because India is full of jugaad technology. That is how we are kind of getting all those applications running in the industry. So because of those jugaad, if let's say we are able to get if we are able to overcome all those jugaad technology, I think AI we will be able to execute everything. So in India, we have come across a lot of applications, lot of edge cases. If let's say we are able to get onboarded, we are able to solve all those things using AI technology, we'll be able to master our AI models. So this is what industrial deployments, the industrial deployments wala journey. When it comes to smart robotics, so we are trying to build a platform on which all those AI models will be basically deployed in this platform, and the RoboGPT brain. So we call it RoboGPT brain. So all those skills, all those applications, learnings that will be built into this RoboGPT brain, and then that is how we are able to change the entire deployment story. So we are present in all these industries. We have already touched based all these industries as of now: automotive, packaging industry, FMCG industry, assembly line applications, and all those things. So these are the typical or deployments which we are doing. The first one which you see, surface coating. Every automotive industry, every part in the automotive industry is either surface coated or spray painted. It is actually being done manually right now. Inside a booth, there will be a person who will do this activity only, right? This is the skill we are capturing in the robot, from the robot, from the human. and then we are kind of translating that into a skill. So surface coating application, the top one, I think everything is a surface coating application. Bottom, if you can see it as basically pick and place machine turning application. In industries, if you will actually go and visit, people are 70% of the task. They will pick something with some logic and then they will place, with some logic. So that is what is actually happening in the industry, or they will assist a machine to execute something. These are typical other applications. The first one is welding application, grinding application, vision powered, machine tending and quality inspection, the spray painting application, and the last one, pelletization application. So in a nutshell, this is the so if this is the AI line, before this is where the entire traditional deployments, industry ke andar mein whatever is happening, this is what is happening. A robot will be manually programmed, so which means every point in the 3D space that has to be programmed in the robotic arm. That's called hard coding, right? So if there is any sort of deviation in the path or in the environment, that particular process will fail. That is the biggest bottleneck in the entire automation industry. And because of which, what industries are doing is they are actually standardizing everything. तो अगर मान लो कि मुझे एक पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्ट को यहाँ से यहाँ प्लेस करना है, अगर मैं किसी भी ऑपरेटर को बोलता हूँ कि भाई ये डू दिस एक्टिविटी, ये आपका पूरे दिन का काम है, वो आराम से कर सकता है. हाउ मच टाइम यू विल टेक टू ट्रेन दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्सन? हार्डली हाफ एन आवर, मैक्सिमम हाफ एन आवर, राइट? बिकॉज एज केसेस भी बोलना पड़ता है. सो this is the activity which operators or engineers or shop floor people are actually doing on the ground. अगर मुझे ये robot से चलाना है, which includes this particular application or task plus all the intelligence, which means जो भी operator ये काम कर रहा है वो देख रहा है. So अगर कुछ भी edge cases आता है, so they have to adjust, right? ये आपको पूरा उठाना है and then यहाँ पे place करना है. उठाने के बाद में अगर कुछ भी ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन आ जाता है, कुछ भी ऑब्स्टिकल आ जाता है, यू हैव टू क्रिएट दोस मॉडल्स सो दैट वो अपने आप वो मॉडिफाई करके आ जाए. सो वी आर ट्राइंग टू गेट ऑल दोस अंडरस्टैंडिंग इंटेलिजेंस एंड देन हम लोग उसको प्लेटफॉर्म में डाल रहे हैं. So if you see how automation works today, top one basically is a vision powered machine learning application. Mobile phone उठाया, 5 inspection checks किए and then इंटीग्रेट किया कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर ताकि पूरा क्वालिटी इंस्पेक्शन हो जाए फॉर कैमरा और समथिंग एंड देन यू आर जस्ट एक्सेप्टिंग और रिजेक्टिंग. दिस वाज डन मैन्युअली. एवरी डे 600 700 और फोन्स यूज्ड टू बी डन. अभी ये ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाता है यूजिंग रोबोट. बट देयर इज नो इंटेलिजेंस इन दिस सेटअप, राइट? व्हेन आई से इंटेलिजेंस, एडॉप्शन, कि एनवायरनमेंट में कुछ भी वेरिएबिलिटी आता है तो एडॉप्शन है या नहीं है. अगर मैं पहले वाले सेटअप को थोड़ा सा और हार्डवेयर लेस कर दूं, फर्स्ट वन इज हार्डवेयर हेवी. व्हाई? बिकॉज स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन इज रिक्वायर्ड. सेकेंड वन, द बॉटम वन इज बेसिकली अ सिंपल जिग, कि अगर मैंने अपने सो दीज आर चॉकलेट बार्स, अगर चॉकलेट बार्स को मैं एक पर्टिकुलर सेटअप में रखता हूँ, a robot will be programmed in such a way that it is going exactly where it is supposed to go. It will pick it up and then वो place करेगा. अंडरस्टैंड दिस पर्टिकुलर 0.3 सेकेंड में एक पर्टिकुलर बार आपको कन्वेयर पे मिलेगा, which means 7 और सेकेंड्स में आपको ये पूरा पिक एंड प्लेस करना है. That is the bottleneck where standardization at the same time productivity की matter consider करना है, right? This is the entire story of automation right now. From here, how exactly you will leverage the power of AI, how exactly you will take along human efforts ताकि आपका manual जो हो रहा है या फिर जो bottleneck है, right? Human dependency वाला कि 70% काम pick and place का सिर्फ human operator को ही करना है. That is what we are trying to leverage this platform called RoboGPT to convert this entire activity into manual automated workflow. So if we come across supply side pressure and demand side barriers, this is the challenge. कि अगर मुझे standardization करना है, so I have to put across a lot of hardware stuff. If you see the first video, the top video which you see is hardware heavy. So अगर X amount है एक particular solution का, once you deliver this entire thing, 7x will be the cost to the end customer, which means consumer is paying more for whatever solution he or she is expecting. The cost reduce karna is the biggest barrier, which we have to optimize. Second one is there are a lot of edge scenarios. Agar koi bhi standardization fail hua, the robot will be sitting as a showpiece in the industry. So ऐसे cases बहुत सारे हैं. Industry में if you go, there are a lot of hardware which is just kept idle. Why? Because it was not working. Why it was not working? Edge cases. And those edge cases की अगर part ऐसे रखा हुआ है, थोड़ा सा भी 15 डिग्री या 10 डिग्री tilt हो जाता है, you will not be able to pick it up. So these are the problems which AI can actually solve. Where on the go, you can actually develop a lot of foundation models, you can develop a lot of RL policies, which will imagine or which will think on the go that if, let's say, some deviation is there, how exactly you can do it. And trust me, these things are nothing but experiments. This is where I want to push the education industry, or this is what we had been doing with the universities. That you already have the infra, you already have the hardware with you. Let's run all those RL experiments, RL, policies, so that these experiments can build up into a foundation model, and then we can leverage that those foundation models to solve all those edge scenarios. So this is the platform which I was talking about, RoboGPT, wherein all those skills will be there. So what we are targeting for the imagine the traditional way. अगर कोई भी रोबोट इंडस्ट्री में डिप्लॉय होता है 7x कॉस्ट आता है प्लस आपको हमेशा उसको सपोर्ट करके रखना पड़ेगा या फिर हमेशा उसमें कुछ ना कुछ पीएम जॉब रहेगा या फिर उसको प्रोग्राम करना पड़ेगा सो दिस इज दिस साइड ऑफ द स्टोरी बट आफ्टर दिस आरएल वाला या फिर रोबो जीपीटी प्लेटफॉर्म वाला स्टोरी what we are imagining is my very simple example is the way you procure washing machine. What do you do? Once you procure, you plug it in and then you just switch it on and then the my washing machine starts operating. Why? Because you know. Plus, it is very simple to operate unless it has very lot of buttons. We are trying to convert the entire robotic journey into this kind of mechanism, appliance style of mechanism. So, यहाँ पे इस side of the journey में जहाँ पे lot of standardization is required, lot of learning is required. 10 साल experience बंदे को मेरे को actually में hire करके deploy करना पड़ता है. यहाँ पे all those learnings experience I will push it into a platform so that anybody who is owning one hardware can actually leverage all the possible benefits of that hardware and वो जो करना चाहता है वो immediately कर पाए. That is what we are trying to do. तो machine learning application है I will just use RoboGPT platform and आपका hardware 4 वोल्ट पे grout हो जाएगा and then you will just execute the entire application. That's how simple we want the robotic deployment to be in the industry. And n number of applications like pick and place, machine tending, surface coating, gluing, dispensing, all those things can actually be done using that. And this is where the entire experiments, R&D, everything will be required. And uh, university students or the way we are experimenting, that matters a lot because we need a lot of experimentations, failure, success, and then infra also. So because we have already invested in the hardware across universities, then you just create one particular setup with all the cameras, robots, and then we can program it. So that is how we are trying to we can actually build all those experiments. So this is the automation industry story what we have, and this is where we can execute all those experiments. So in next 2 slides or 3 slides, I will just showcase how we are doing it, right? So whatever videos you have seen in the traditional deployment story, that those are with the real hardware. All those RL, ML, all those experiments, everything will be done in simulation first. And once those simulations are done, then we will create a RL policy based out of that. तो आप जितने भी 6 वीडियोस देख रहे हैं या फिर नेक्स्ट और 3 देखेंगे, what is happening is आप हर एक मूवमेंट को लेट्स से इमेजिन आपका पिक एंड प्लेस एप्लीकेशन है. दिस इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग बाय द वे, थोड़ा सा सिंपलीफाई मैं करूंगा. इट्स अ पिक एंड प्लेस एप्लीकेशन, राइट? RL policies को run करने के लिए for this particular application we have ran 163 odd videos, 163 odd experiments, and every experiment basically lasted for approximately 7 odd days. तो हर 50,000 स्टेप पे हर स्टेप में विच इज टोटल 50,000 पूरा स्प्लिट कर दिया एंड देन हर एक स्टेप में हम लोग बोल रहे हैं कि वेदर इट हैज टेकन अ राइट स्टेप और नॉट. सो दीज आर 50,000 स्टेप्स एंड देन हर एक स्टेप में वेदर इट इज पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव. सो हर एक पॉलिसी एक पूरा पॉलिसी हम लोग डिराइव करते हैं जहाँ पे पॉइंट ए से पॉइंट बी जाने के बाद में वेदर इट्स अ पॉजिटिव थिंग और नेगेटिव थिंग. इस तरीके से पूरा स्टेप बाय स्टेप पूरा क्रिएट करके देन वी हैव रैंक ऑन थिंग एंड देन अ सिंपल पिक एंड प्लेस एप्लीकेशन का आरएल पॉलिसी बनता है सो दैट इट कैन डू अ पिक एंड प्लेस फॉर एनी एनी प्रोडक्ट. ठीक है. सो आपका पहला एप्लीकेशन इज अ सिंपल पिक एंड प्लेस एप्लीकेशन ऑफ कपकेक्स. Second one is a welding application. Third one is a machine tending application. Then your, I think it's a simple pick and place, shouldering application, and your last one is machine tending in a different thing, including your vision. So this is kind of applications which industry is looking forward to explore for all those RL policies or ML policies, or how industries will start adopting AI now. Because इंडस्ट्रीज में एआई अगर लगना चालू हो जाता है विच आई थिंक 4 या 5 साल लगेगा बट दीज आर द थिंग्स विच वी क्लोज ऑल द एक्सपेरिमेंट्स ताकि वो 5 साल के अंदर में डेवलप हो सके. It's a small experiment which we have done, and we have a real industrial deployment also for the same application, which means हम लोगों ने पूरा sim to real achieve कैसे किया. That's the journey which we are trying to. So platform में you will just put one particular prompt that this is the application which I need, and these are the hardware what we have. And then if you see left side में वो skill develop होता है, right? And then ये वाला वीडियो में आपको रोबोट एक्चुअली एग्जीक्यूट करता हुआ दिखेगा. तो सिम टू रियल गैप यहाँ से निकल के आएगा पूरा. And these are the experiments which have to continuously run so that industry will not see any failure in any of the policies. Next one is a MIG welding. This we have not deployed as of now. हम लोग industrial trials अभी करना चाहेंगे, which I think it will take 2 odd months. But same thing. आपका welding application हुआ, and then this is how it can be done. So this particular policy was trained using a YouTube video. तो पूरा mimic किया simulation में, and then we will now start all those industrial welding deployments. And this is how we are able to do the vision machine learning application, where you will do the entire pick and place application. So to be very honest, this is basically how robotics, being it AMR, drone, or any of the humanoid, this is how it is going to be utilized in the industry or in future. And beauty about this platform is it is hardware agnostic, which means any sort of hardware can actually we can connect using the on the platform, and then we can execute these policies. This VLA I have already covered. And the experiments which I was talking about, right? Simple pick and place, if you will split those into 50,000 steps and then you will either reward and or penalize. So this is how all those experiments were done. So we have already started engaging with the universities. This we started 2 years back because we were trying to hire from the universities to so that they can join us and then start working with us. Sadly, we reviewed a lot of resumes and we were not able to get any talent who is ready to kickstart their journey immediately because we are a startup. We cannot afford too much of training time. So that is the point where we thought, we should get into the universities and then start tweaking the curriculum a little bit. And there are a few universities with whom we are already working, and these experiments something which we will be starting very soon. And this is what we kind of, we push them to kind of include those in their curriculum workshops, and then they will start doing all these experiments. And this is how we are able to we are thinking that this if this is being done, we will be able to execute AI in industry faster at the hardware level. Software, so I think chalu hui chuka hai. Hardware is something which is basically a different story, which needs a lot of experiments, a lot of data. These are a clientele where we have done traditional deployments. We are planning to start AI journey very soon. These are ecosystem partners, universities who have already started working with us, where these experiments will be executed very fast, and brands who are associated with us. Thank you. Any questions or anything? I'm happy to answer later.
Requesting